Hello everyone and welcome to Previews Day here at Comic Vantage. Now what Previews Day is, it's the day where I go through the previews catalogs that the Diamond Distributor gives out. The Diamond Distributor is the company that your LCS and even you, if you would like to, can order your comic books from. And they put out a catalog called Previews that shows you all the new stuff coming out in the coming months. Now the catalog that's out currently for the month of November is actually for solicitations for the month of January 2019. January 2019 seems to be a pretty good month. So, let's get started. We're going to start with the DC previews. Now, DC and Marvel both get their own little book, and then the rest of the companies are all crammed into one big one. So, now, DC really doesn't have that great of a showing this month. They do have this Young Justice, which is starting, written by Brian Michael Bendis, as you can see, and variant cover to be determined, variant cover to be determined, variant cover to be determined. But anyway, I mean, the artwork looks kind of cool. We have the final cover art here. It's not final, and this is Patrick Gleason. Still, looks pretty neat. Really excited about this. Young Justice is really a good series. Looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Now, what else do we got? Oh, this one seemed really intriguing. This is from their DC Black Label No Holds Barred series. This is where they showed you the Batwang. And this is the other history of the DC Universe #1. Again, variant cover to be determined. So, what we have here, it looks like it's their own take on the What If series, as this unique new series presents its stories as a prose by Ridley, married with beautifully realized color illustrations from a selection of exciting illustrators and comic artists. And it examines the mythology of the DC Universe in a compelling new miniseries, which frames all kinds of good stuff. Anyway, the gist of it seems like it's a what if. Retellings of some of your favorite characters, their origins and whatnot. It looks like a lot of fun, though. I would definitely recommend this one. And let's see what else we got coming up here from DC. Not a lot from DC. And next, we will have this one. Looked rather interesting. This is Deathstroke number 39, and he is back in Arkham after his Zeta Beam jaunt. But the thing is that he doesn't know what's going on. He doesn't know if it was all delusion, if the alien invasion actually happened. It's supposed to delve deep into Slade's psyche. And this is an awesome variant cover by Tyler Kirkham, as you can see. Beautiful artwork. Very excited for this one. And I think that cover alone is going to sell this book. So, alright, what else we got coming out from DC? We also have... this one here is another one. I just looked at it because the cover, look at this. Green Lantern. It's the Space Cop versus God. I mean, what is going on here? Apparently, someone is auctioning off the Earth. And it looks like it has nothing to do with this cover. But, you know, I loved those days in comic books where the cover had nothing to do with what was actually inside the book. So maybe it will, maybe it won't. Maybe he battles God, and maybe he doesn't. Who knows? Still a very cool cover. Now I wanted to show this one as well. This is Heroes in Crisis. They are soliciting issues number 4 and 5 for January, and now it says now a 9-issue miniseries. Not sure what's going on there. It makes it sound like that it was a smaller miniseries at one time. And there is another book they are doing that with as well, which rather surprised me, and that is Pearl. Pearl here was originally supposed to be a 6-issue miniseries run, and it's now becoming an ongoing series. Another one by Brian Michael Bendis. He's really heating up DC. It's like every other book coming out for the month of January seems to be written by Brian Michael Bendis. Alright, so that is the showing for the books from DC for that month. Now, on the flip side of DC this month, Marvel. Man, Marvel has got so many books coming out for January. It's like, I guess the kickstart, the fresh start is really kicking into high gear. First up, we have Conan #1 is being introduced. Oh, I cannot wait for this series. I'm a huge Conan fan, written by Jason Aaron, so this should be really good. And of course, a bajillion variant covers by everybody and anybody. Now, I'm a huge Sienkiewicz fan, so I will probably end up grabbing the Sienkiewicz cover. They only show a couple, though. Like here, the Mohamed Asrar and the Gerardo Zavino covers. That's it. That's all they're showing. Oh, and then this one here. I'm not sure who's this. Greg Hildebrandt. Whoa! I didn't know Greg and Tim were still doing artwork for comics. Good stuff. And here they also show some of the interior artwork, which looks really good. Very, very excited. Like I said, this is going to be a lot of fun. I love me some Conan. Look at that. Brutal. Lots of blood, lots of action, the way Conan is supposed to be. Very excited. And then they go right into the solicitations for Conan number 2. Again, awesome. Oh, and variant cover by Chris Pachalo. I love his artwork. Cannot wait for that. Also, True Believers Month. They're re-releasing a bunch of the older Conan series. Look at this. This is so neat. I'm so excited for that. All right. Now, what else do we got? Next, and then it goes right into Guardians of the Galaxy number 1. This is another book that's going to be huge this month. Again, a million variant covers. And this cover here, this Guardians 1, is really nice looking. I like that. And of course, this is Donny Cates, so it is going to be amazing because Donny Cates is an awesome writer. And then right into Captain Marvel number 1. I mean, it's like this entire month for Marvel is nothing but number 1 issues. I mean, there's a few here and there of other ones, but again, oh, here's a cool Amanda Conner cover coming out for that one. And then we go right into Black Widow number 1. It's like I said, it's the number 1 month for Marvel. And it looks like we're rocking 3 different variant covers and a regular cover by Clayton Crane, which is probably going to be the one everybody's going to grab because he always has amazing artwork. And then we go right into Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man, issues number 1 and 2, both coming out probably the beginning and the ending of the month. Oh, looks like we have an Art Germ variant cover again. And then the Virgin variant by Art Germ as well. A John Romita Sr. Oh, look at that. That should be interesting. It's probably going to be like one of those remasters they did for a couple of the other issues this past year. Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man number 1. That's actually very cool. Coming right at you there. Spider-Man looks a little lanky, but I don't know why. And then right into Invaders number 1. Like I said, this does not stop this month. Crazy, crazy stuff. And again, what do we got here? We got an Alex Ross variant. We have a Joe Quesada variant. Black and white. We have a Frank Robbins. We have a Scotty Young. Yeah, Marvel is just going to really kick it in the ass for January, apparently. Here's that beautiful Alex Ross Invaders variant. Man, can anybody actually get enough of Alex Ross artwork? I mean, look at that. All right, and then it goes right into Champions number 1. Again, huge, huge, huge book. Everybody's going to be all over that. And then we're just going to skip Fantastic Four because no one cares. All right, so those are a bunch of the number 1s. And then we come right to another new number 1 book, and that's The Age of the X-Men, Alpha number 1. No idea what's going on here. It looks almost like a futuristic story. This is one of the cooler covers. And then we go right into this one. Like I said, everyone is a bit older. Magneto is really looking a little on the old side there. So I'm not sure. I mean, because look at Storm. It looks like she just came, right. It's almost like they just found her. Weird. I have no idea what's happening here, but this is a 40-page one-shot, so it should be kind of interesting. I'm curious to see what this is. And now we cut right into the Marvel 80-year anniversary title. And what we're talking about here is the editor-in-chief is saying how they want to celebrate all 80 years of Marvel by reissuing some of the older stories. I guess there's new takes on the older stories, starting with Crypt of Shadows, Journey into the Unknown Worlds, And War is Hell. Look at that. There's Crypt of Shadows right away to start with. Beautiful. I'm really, really excited for this. Yeah, I'm not sure if these are retellings or... No, I don't think they are. I think they are all new stories by the way it sounds. All right, here's Journey into the Unknown Worlds. Very cool cover there. Little Boy Scout turning into what appears to be Groot. And then War is Hell. That's a great cover there. Beautiful. Very excited for these as well. All right, let's see what else we got here. Oh, and then that also brings us right into they're relaunching Marvel Comics Presents #1. And they're going to have this awesome Art Adams cover right here. Variant covers by Ron Lim and Marcos Martin. Hidden Gem variant cover by Adi Granov. And then another variant cover by To Be Announced. Again, Marvel Comics Presents. I always love Marvel Comics Presents. They were so good. And some of the classic like Weapon X stories came out of Marvel Comics Presents. Really, really loved those. And then next up we have this one here. The cover really got me. Hulk in Hell. So this is Immortal Hulk #11. And look at that weird emaciated Hulk. Not sure. It just says here, everyone's in hell. The Earth is in hell, and so is the Hulk. So that should be kind of interesting. This is a Alex Ross cover. And that goes right into issue number 12, which is also another super emaciated Hulk in hell. Very, very excited to see where those are going to go. And then that also brings us to this one. I picked this out just because of this cover. Look at this. Iron Man #8. And that is a Tony Stark there floating around inside of a whiskey glass. Beautiful. I love this. Absolutely amazing. It's supposed to be, the storyline is supposed to be Digital Demon in a Bottle. All right then. Not sure what that is about, but we will find out. And then next up, what do we have? Oh, and then that brings us also into the Star Wars The Age of Republic storylines. And this is their whole new launching that they're doing with these one-shots. We start off with the Age of the Republic special. This one, super, super, super excited, except for the Jar Jar story. But apparently we have a Mace Windu story, Asajj Ventress. I mean, really, I love Ventress. Ventress is absolutely amazing. Loved her from Clone Wars. We have Rex in the background there. This should be a lot of fun. That also brings us to, there is a Qui-Gon Jinn story. Not Qui-Gon Jinn, I'm sorry, an Obi-Wan. Yeah, I'm staring at him right here. Obi-Wan Kenobi, issue #1. There is also a Jango Fett story for the month. Not so excited about that one, but Obi-Wan should be pretty decent. So that is the Star Wars month going on. And that is our books that, well, you know, my choices for the hot books for the month of January. And now, for the rest of the books, we go to our big preview guide, and this is the big 500-pager. Now, we got to skip down here a bit to get to our first selection. My first pick for the month, Criminal Returns from Image Comics. Now, Criminals is an older series, a lot of fun, big, big fun. And it's actually coming back. So this is our double-sized, at no additional cost, debut issue. Teague Lawless is back in town, but he finds himself in more trouble than ever, thanks to his teenage son. I'm sorry, delinquent teenage son. And this time, fist and bullets may not be enough to solve his problems. This should be a no-brainer for the month. I mean, a lot of the Image stuff that's been coming out. If it's a #1 issue, just go ahead and grab it. Now, this is one that really piqued my interest. Oliver. Yes, Oliver. This is it's right here, I'm reading it. A new take on a literary classic with a futuristic twist. Oliver reimagines Charles Dickens' most famous orphan as a post-apocalyptic superhero fighting to liberate a war-ravaged England while searching for the truth about his own mysterious origins. Now, if that doesn't sound like fun, I don't know what the hell does. That is just going to be a blast. They do have some of the artwork down here. It's really good. The storytelling seems to be really, really nice. It flows. It makes sense. So I really think this should be on everybody's pull. I'm just kind of throwing it out there right now. I think it's going to be a little bit too much fun not to get. All right, so what do we got next? I think we're skipping right to... Oh, here's another one. This is another one I'm calling right now that I think everyone should pick up. And if you don't, I think you're going to be sorry for that. So, in turbulent times when cops are often portrayed as the enemy of the people, Detective Chip Christopher maneuvers the blurred line between racism and due diligence in order to do his job. Vindication, issue number 1 of 4. This sounds like a really, really good storyline. Everyone should be grabbing this. And let's see what else I got here. And then next up, this one here is a book everyone should have grabbed when it originally came out, but if you did not, here is your second chance. And this is Barrier. This is the limited edition slipcase set. You have your chance to get all 5 issues in its own little slipcase, because everybody knows these books were oversized. They are a pain in the butt to store. I think you had to go all the way up to like Golden Age to make them fit in a bag and board and get so much excess room on the side. So you have your choice. You can get it packed with Barriers 1 through 5 for $30, or you can get the slipcase by itself completely empty for $10. Now, why I'm bringing this up right now is because Brian K. Vaughan and Marcos Martin have no plans to ever release this in a collected edition. You hear that? No trades on this one. So the only way they're going to get this is by individual issues. So this is a great chance to get that. All right, let's see what else we got. And then I think I'm skipping right past Image now. I think that was it for them. And that brings us to Fight Club number 3. I am not joking here, people. This is Fight Club number 3. This is a direct sequel to the sequel of Fight Club. The original author here, Chuck, he made comic books, sequels to the original movie. Here's issue 3. Tyler Durden is a dad. This looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. Beautiful variant covers coming through this. I mean, if you are a Fight Club fan, which I think most everybody in the world is, you're going to have to pick this up. What's the first rule of fatherhood? What? I mean, it can't be you don't talk about fatherhood. All right, so next we are still in Dark Horse Comics. Oh, that was by Dark Horse, by the way. And we are throwing out some Alien Resistance here. Love Aliens. Stories recently coming out of Dark Horse and for Aliens have been absolutely amazing. Great reads. Oh, look, and Diamond actually gives us even a Gem of the Month pick. And there's a beautiful variant cover there. Oh, look at that. The Resistance begins with Ripley and Hendrix. Yeah, this is going to be a good one, people. Make sure you grab it. And next, what do we have? Where are we heading to? Still in Dark Horse, and this is Weird, number 1 of 4. I have one little shot of the cover down here, which really doesn't tell you anything about it. But what we got here, there are problems, cases too strange for the U.S. law enforcement to solve. Peter Weird is one of those who solves them for a fee, of course, an unaging, invincible detective with a penchant for the strange. Weird is the one the government calls when things go very badly and get very strange. This sounds like a lot of fun, so I figured I'd throw this on there. I mean, like I said, it sounds like fun. Grab it. Next one that I want to spotlight. Look at that. Sword Daughter number 5. This has been an absolutely amazing, amazing story. Everybody should be reading this. What do we got here? We have a premiere format 28-page deluxe cover. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. So we have Esbeth returning. And this is an older one. At the end of, I think it was issue 4, I believe, when they ended out the first story arc, it showed a older Elsbeth. So I'm hoping maybe she makes an appearance, or they start showing more of her. A lot of fun on that one. And let's see, what else do we have? Oh, IDW is starting to do more with their Marvel properties. It's weird seeing IDW publish Marvel characters. And this month in January, we have Black Panther number 1 coming out. So that might be a good book to grab. Now, these are aimed more towards a younger audience, try to introduce people to these Marvel characters, but Who knows? Could be a good read. And let's see. What do we have? And then we have... This one really got me from IDW. This is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder in Hell, #1. Abandon all hope. The Shredder returns in his brand new miniseries. Oroku Saki's death is just the beginning. Awesome. It sounds like a lot of fun. I'm very excited for this. We have a few of the pages down here they're showing. Looks like prelims, and then this beautiful black and white cover on the side. Love it. I'm really, really excited for this. You know, it's kind of weird going through IDW this month and not seeing any new Transformer stories. That's actually a little odd because, you know, they finished out the series. So they do have like the Transformers versus Star Trek that's still running, but, you know, not their actual stories that they were writing. Because the Transformers vs. Star Trek is all the G1 kind of weirdness, but still a lot of fun. All right, so Dynamite. Here's one that's really not up my alley, but I figured some people might enjoy it, and that's a Barbarella Deja Thoris crossover, which is coming out from Dynamite. Like I said, not really my thing. Not too excited for this one, but I figured I'd show it because some people do like it. This one is the one I'm excited about. Turok #1, written by Ron Mars. Oh, I love Turok, which is so weird that Valiant doesn't have this title anymore. But hey, I'm glad to see it's with someone who's doing something with it. Covers by Bart Sears. Oh, seriously, it's taking me back to old school Valiant days. A new hero rises. Turok pursues his kidnapped brother in the Badlands of the Old West. Love it. Very, very excited for this. Love Turok. And let's see what else we got going on. Oh, here's another one from Dynamite. Dynamite's really rocking it this month. Elvira. This is actually The Shape of Elvira. Also, love some Elvira. Beautiful variant covers coming out. Gotta catch 'em all. Variant covers. I think that was it from Dynamite. Let's see where we go to next. Where do we stop? Nobody knows. Oh, here we go. Boom Studios. Reimagining, relaunching Buffy the Vampire Slayer, restarting with issue #1, and this actually is under the guidance of Joss Whedon, so he has control over what's going to be happening in the stories. Even though they're not written by him, it still will be him in it. Very excited for this, and yes, this reimagines Buffy from the beginning, so this is going to be interesting to see how this one unfolds. I think that was it for Boom. And we get to... I'm down here in Aftershock now. Now, Aftershock Comics, they don't have anything new coming out, but I still want to spotlight all the good stuff they have for the month. A Walk Through Hell #8. If you have not been reading this, you really, really should. It is so good. So much fun. Of course, Animosity is great. Lollipop Kids #4. This is one that I preview. I'm going to be doing in all my weekly reviews when it comes out. I'm loving the first issue. So much fun. Baby Teeth #15. Clark's father has been revealed. And that was in my last weekly review where his father is Satan. And he's great. Wait, that can't be right. So who knows what Donny Cates is going to do with this book. It should be a lot of fun. And then we also have, Moth and Whisper and Dark Arc #13. These are all great, great stories. Last Space Race, Lost City Explorers, the trade paperback. If you missed this, here's your chance to pick it up. Like I said, it ended on kind of a lackluster, just bleh. But the story as a whole, really good. All right, now let's see what we got next. This is one that I'm really, really kind of excited for. This is Blossom's 666, and this is continuing on the Archie Comics horror line. This is all about the Blossom twins, Cheryl and Jason Blossom. And one of them is the Antichrist. And only one of them wants the title. So this should be really cool. We got some awesome variant covers coming out right there. Now, what really is going to make this book stand out, we got Cullen Bunn writing this thing. This man knows horror. This is going to be great. Vampironica has been a lot of fun. Jughead as a werewolf has been a lot of fun. This should be no different. And now, like I said, with Cullen Bunn jumping on board, Buy it, buy it, buy it. All right. Let me get on down to the bottom here. Coming to a close. I think we only have 3 or 4 more issues. Okay, here's another one that I wanted to show. This is the Ballad of Sang. I've done some reviews on this. It's a lot of fun. Great story. Trade paperback coming out. Let's see. The release date on that thing, though, is actually March 20th of 2019. But here's your chance to pick it up. Tell your LCS you want it. And all right, what do we got in here? Oh, here we go. Shadow Play from Scout Comics. This is issue number 1 of Shadow Play. This takes place in the same universe as Stabbity Bunny, so I have a feeling this is going to be kind of a fun book and probably a big hit. So that's another one everybody should be jumping on right now. You know, run to your LCS, tell them you want it. And the last book on our list, Livewire number 2. Now I threw this on the list just because I love that cover. Man, that thing is beautiful. Now Livewire number 1 is coming out in December. I did spotlight that last month as a pick to buy because it's going to be a great book. A lot of fun. Livewire is an amazing character. Let's see, Valiant also has, they're continuing on their Bloodshot number 3 this month, telling the origin of Bloodshot. That's another book everybody should start picking up. I guess, wow, I guess this month, November will be the first month, the first issue comes out. Grab it. We have a movie coming out for Bloodshot. Everything's going to get really hot really quick. Of course, Exo Man O' War, another beautiful, fun book from Valiant Comics. Shadow Man, another absolute blast. Eerie, creepy, lots of fun. So, there we go, people. That is the previews book that came out in November, soliciting books for January 2019 and one for March 2019. So anyway, those are my opinion, people. Your mileage may vary. So, to all my current subscribers, thank you so much for watching and listening. You guys are awesome. I love the comments. I love the thumbs up. You people are amazing. I have so much fun with these videos, and having someone to listen to me just makes it that much more fun. New to the channel, hit the little CV down in the corner, hit the little bell up top. You know the drill. That way you get all my fun stuff that happens, because I release the fun stuff on the weekly, twice weekly, hopefully. Anyway, thank you guys. Thank you all for watching, and take it easy.